Hi, I'm Eric D'Amato. Welcome back to Let's Play Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth for Halloween. Still in Innsmouth. We gotta find a bottle of booze. Snaky, snaky! Be cautious when seeking past enemies. To avoid detection, keep in cover. Wherever possible, stick to the shadows. Move slowly and keep as slow as possible.
I told you already. Stop your snooping around.
Okay. At least this one...
Damn. I need to be more careful.
At least he has no intention of killing me.
It's locked. It must lead to the back of a variety store.
Dark corner. Ah! Key. Street.
The window's smashed. I can see what looks like an old dark room. Nothing of interest here. The door's bolted shut.
This is the Innsmouth. Oh, this is May. Newspaper or mail.
It won't budge.
That door's done forever then. Jesus Christ!
You're not allowed down.
Okay, got my first scare of the game. I approve. Whew, boy. Okay. Jeez! Again. Okay, there it goes. down that way. I'm not very good at this, am I? Oh, I raised the brightness because I couldn't see a goddamn thing before. Sorry if that screws up the mood. Dark corners is a hint, apparently.
It's unlocked.
That's very lucky. Objects can be pushed. That can be pushed will have scratch marks on the floor. You won't be able to move the object if the door it passes next to is open.
These shelves look light enough to push. Perhaps I could use them to block the door, to give me more time to look around.
Way ahead of you.
Nothing of interest here. Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest. Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest. Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest.
Check medical boxes. Ooh.
The till's empty.
Of course.
Can't see anything of use.
Broken through door. We'll investigate that later. Meat grinder.
The store may be low on stock, but it's immaculately kept. It won't budge.
Those are
It won't budge.
those are pictures of grapes. If you can't budge those, you're weak as hell, man. Thinking this is survival horror, so I guess it's fair that we're weak as hell. B2.
The glass has been broken, and there's scratch marks on the wood. Strange.
Yes.
It won't budge.
Take that. Nothing really up here for me to think. Sold here.
Looks like the door was forced open, and there's scratch marks on the wood. There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle. A typewriter. Invoices and receipts. Nothing of interest.
Invoices and receipts are evidence. You moron. Are you sure you're a detective?
The drawer is empty. The drawer is empty.
This looks like it might be important. Part of it's missing.
Nope, nothing important here.
Part of it's been ripped off. That is evidence. Jeez.
Stock reminders and general notices. Nothing of interest. A Store of the Year poster. Huh. It seems Brian had a lot of pride in the store. The store appears to have been doing quite well under Brian. It won't open. Why would Brian force entry when he had a set of keys?
Oh!
What they doing snooping around here? Get out!
Okay.
And what have you got there? Trying to take
Ah.
evidence from the scene? Hand them over.
No, fuck you.
Son of a bitch.
Back in, I guess.
Nothing of interest here.
Don't say that out loud, you dumbass.
It's unlocked.
Just damn useful.
These shelves look light enough to push. It won't open. The glass has been broken, and there's scratch marks on the wood. Strange. Why would Brian force entry when he had a set of keys? Why would someone break in through the front? This makes no sense. These scratch marks look like they were made by some kind of animal. The glass has been broken, and there's scratch marks on the wood. Strange. Looks like the door was forced open. There's a bottle of bootleg rum and the drawer is empty. An empty safe. A typewriter. Invoices and receipts. The drawer is empty. Stock reminders and general notices. The store appears a store of the year poster. Huh. It seems Brian had a lot of pride in the store.
Trapdoors. Where is trapdoor?
What they doing snooping
Ah, you
around?
motherfucker. But now I know what to do. Okay. You couldn't have logically seen me there, guy, but whatever. This is getting a little irritating. You'd think playing on easy mode would make it easy, right? That's a logical assumption. Let's just wait till he comes and then goes. Oh, you fucking cunt! These guys are really good at seeing me. It's kind of unfair. So, I found my H.P. Lovecraft book. I'm going to be boning up on a lot of the stories this was based on. Shadow at a Time and Shadow over Innsmouth specifically. Probably going to read Herbert West Reanimator again just because it's a really good story. Call of Cthulhu, even though this doesn't have a lot to do with it. Mountain of Madness. Goes.
It's unlocked.
I know, you don't have to show me every time.
These shelves look light enough to push.
Now that I know I'm using the trap door, the handle for it. Guess I just didn't look down. Happens.
The store appears to have been doing quite well under. There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
Jeez, okay. Ow! That wasn't fun.
Whoever's down there, you can rot.
But we got the bottle of booze. It's hard to be a drunk in this town. Anything? That's rubble. Okay.
Assorted foodstuffs. Nothing useful.
Unless, of course, you get hungry.
Nothing of interest.
Ooh, book.
The storage area is clutter-free and well organized.
Okay, how's my health? I seem good. Bottle of bootleg rum. Local disturbance. Read that. Missing entries. I'm completely unable to recall what led to my confinement in the Arkham Asylum, or what happened to the 6 years between my 2 visits there. They tell me I had some kind of personality change that night in Boston. They watched me for a while, decided I wasn't dangerous, and let me go. After 6 years, I switched back, just as mysteriously. They admitted me again, found nothing wrong, and here I am. Among the personal effects returned to me is a leather-bound journal. Perhaps it'll tell me what I've forgotten. Looking through the journal, all I can find is my life as a police detective. There's no hint of any illness, mental strain, or anything else that could explain my change of personality, or the equally sudden recovery that still baffles my doctors. However, a number of pages have been torn from the journal. Who did it, or why, I can't tell. Did I destroy them myself to suppress some horrific memory? Or did the asylum staff judge the contents detrimental to my treatment? Why was part of my life erased? What is it that I can't remember, and who wants it to stay forgotten? Is it a precaution to protect my sanity, or the key to something I need? Shadowed past. No evening. It has been 6 years since I entered the strange house in Boston. 5 months ago, amnesia. Yada. According to the police report, they searched the house for hours, only to find me like the house before. Severe schizophrenia. 6 years. So, maintained infatuation with the occult. Need to remember things from that day. Yada. Okay. Sir Arthur Anderson, Burden is something of a young rogue. Details. Okay, I've read all of this. Collation. Enlightened or duped inside Boston's strangest church. This is from the prologue. Those of our readers who live near its headquarters in an ordinary-looking Boston residence will need no introduction to the Fellowship of Yith, or whatever the cult's name is. The Foy. Sounds like something Professor Frink would say. For those who have not encountered this mysterious semi-religious group before, a few words of explanation are necessary. Since our country's founding on the basis of religious freedom, its shores have been home to many small religious groups outside the mainstream. No small number are headquartered in the states of New England, where the Pilgrims themselves sought a new world free of religious persecution. But the question must be asked, at what point does a religion become a cult and its trusting adherents, not to mention its blameless neighbors, become victims? That is a question this journal poses in regards to the Fellowship of Yith. In a month-long investigation, our intrepid reporters have diligently sought out the truth behind this so-called church. Its origins are somewhat mysterious, the more so since the group's leaders declined to be interviewed, or to assist our investigation in any way. However, it seems that the Fellowship was founded more than 20 years ago by one Victor Holt, based on a revelation he had received from beyond the confines of this world. Holt has not been seen for almost 6 years. His followers apparently believe that he is communing with the mysterious powers behind his faith, and that he is shortly to return with new insights and teachings. All this sounds like a harmless, if eccentric, spiritual group, little different from many others. However, those who make their homes near the Fellowship's headquarters tell a different, more sinister story. The adherents of this obscure sect are to be found loitering on street corners, casting menacing glasses at their innocuous neighbors, and frequently engaging in acts of petty crime, which the local police seem powerless to prevent or redress. Strange lights have been observed burning in the windows of the old house at all hours of the day and night. They change color unpredictably and cast weird, unintelligible shadows. Even more disturbing are the noises which have been heard to issue from the mysterious building. They include chanting, unearthly music, and, worst of all, screams like those of lost souls in agony. Many of the sect's neighbors are convinced that its services include human sacrifice or similar atrocities. Those few who dared complain to the police were told that because the house is private property, and because there's no concrete evidence of any wrongdoing, the most they can do is file a noise complaint. Are the horrors of Salem being reenacted in our city more than 2 centuries on? Is the Fellowship of Yith engaging in unspeakable and criminal acts of worship involving torture and sacrifice? Why is nothing being done to ease the fear and distress they cause to the local community? A source within the police department, speaking on the condition of anonymity, tell the Globe that the Fellowship is suspected of involvement in a number of local crimes. But so far, the lack of evidence and the reluctance of nervous witnesses to come forward have thwarted any official investigation. Very well, we say. Where the police cannot or will not investigate, the Globe shall continue to act in the interest of Boston citizens, fearlessly exposing the truth about the so-called church and its followers. Our findings will be published in these pages over the following months, so that all may know the truth. Editor's note: it is with great sorrow that the Globe announces the death of reporter Howard Addlestone, who was leading the paper's investigation into the Fellowship of Yig, where he apparently drowned in the Boston harbor. The coroner has ruled out his death as a suicide. Our condolences go out to his family. Arkham Advertiser, 6th of February 1922. Grocery store robbed, manager missing. Thieves have robbed the First National Grocery Store in Innsmouth. Breaking the door and forcing open the cash register, the newly appointed manager, Mr. Brian Burnham, has been missing since shortly before the robbery. This is a very disturbing turn of events, said Mr. Arthur Anderson, First National's regional manager, from his Arkham office. This branch has only recently opened, and First National Grocery has had high hopes for its success, given the general lack of modern stores and amenities in Innsmouth. The robbery is a definite setback, and more worrying still is the fact that the branch manager remains unaccounted for. Innsmouth authorities could not be reached for comment. Of course they could. Diary of Brian Burnham! Well, I agree with the locals on one thing. I shouldn't be stuck in this miserable excuse for a town. I can see why nobody comes here, that's for sure. Another slow day at the store. At first I thought people were staying away because First National isn't local, but I haven't seen anyone go into any of the other stores either. Come to that, I haven't seen the other stores open for business. This place is deader than dead. Still, it won't be long before I'm out of here, before we're both out of here. She's the one good thing about Innsmouth. We'll bust open Old Man Waite's safe, take a car, and that's New York City. Bright lights, nightlife, everything. I'll show her all of it. Mythos Tones? Nothing. Jack Walters? Nothing. Okay, so that's some interesting reads.
Standard storage ladders, used for getting things down from higher shelves. Standard storage ladders,
I know.
used for getting things down from higher shelves.
So I can't use it?
I can feel the air through holes in the brickwork here. I can feel the air through holes in the brickwork here. Standard storage ladders, used for getting things down from higher shelves. Nope, nothing of interest.
That's something. That's how we got down here, isn't it? Ooh, secret. That's a dead end. Okay.
Nothing of interest here.
I'm feeling very stupid. What do I do? Arrow that way. Ah!
Assorted
of course.
foodstuffs. Nothing useful.
I thought I would have to climb that thing.
The walls collapsed. It must have already been badly damaged on one side.
Oh, that's evidence.
The cellar's filled with human remains.
Oh, lovely.
These people must have died a long time ago. There must have been a fire down here.
Yeah, no.
The cellar's filled with human remains. These people must have died a long time ago.
Okay, this is a little unnerving.
There are some issues of the Innsmouth Courier line here, and they're dated 1846.
Aye. Let's take a look-see. Innsmouth Patrician Arrested, Tales of Heathen Ceremonies by John Lawrence, editor. Obed Marsh, the head of Innsmouth's wealthy and influential Marsh family, now sits in the city jail accused of devil worship and other unspeakable practices. The whole community is left in a state of shock by horrifying revelations that accompanied the arrest. Readers will no doubt be aware of the deep reservations expressed by the Courier's editorship and other recent citizens concerning the esoteric order of Dagon, which was founded by Captain Marsh after his return from the South Seas, and is said to be based upon a primitive religion he encountered among the uneducated natives of certain distant Pacific islands. The captain's arrest seems to lend strength to those suspicions, and a full investigation is expected to unearth more. Interesting. That's a little box. It's crouching.
Old photos of Innsmouth. Most of them have faded beyond recognition. Old photos of Innsmouth. Most various chemicals and apparatus for developing photographs. Old photos of Innsmouth. Most of them have faded beyond recognition.
Ooh, ammo.
The old printing press appears to have been sabotaged. It's not important. I don't suppose the fire helped it much either.
Got some bullets for a handgun.
General notices. They're all dated 1846.
Some doors you encounter will be bolted on one side.
The door's bolted shut.
I think we should keep it that way for the moment.
It won't
Of
open.
course it won't. Nothing opens. Jeez!
Holy shit! Nothing of interest here. Can't see anything of use. Ah, from the stench in here, this noose broad must have kicked it a few months back. Nope, nothing important here.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, mysterious stranger.
Do I know
Agent
you?
Dale Cooper.
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle you. Innsmouth doesn't get a lot of visitors. New names spread fast. What are you doing in town, Jack? Hear about the missing Burnham boy?
Not bad. I'm a private detective. My client's a friend of the Burnhams.
Seen the latest press from Arkham? Your boy's been quite busy.
What about you, Mackie? You're obviously not a local. What's your business in town?
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector.
That's a lie.
They posted me in this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh refinery. Speaking of which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay. Maybe I'll catch you later.
Yeah, I bet you anything.
That's the
he's a
first
government
friendly
agent.
face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
Check our book. Arkham Advertiser. 7th of February 1922. Innsmouth robbery. Missing manager accused. In yesterday's edition, we reported on a burglary at a recently opened First National grocery store in Innsmouth. The case took a new turn today as authorities in the town named Brian Burnham, the store's manager, as a suspect in the case. Burnham has not been seen since the robbery and is thought to have left the area. It is a very straightforward case, said Chief Constable Andrew Martin, in response to inquiries by the Advertiser. This young man simply robbed his employer and fled. I imagine he's out of the country now, if not of the state. The Chief Constable dismissed concerns expressed by the First National Groceries regional manager, Mr. Arthur Anderson, that Burnham may have been kidnapped or injured. Nothing new from Jack, nothing new from Mythos. Okay. Gonna do a quick save. Ah, crapola.
You better keep your trap shut. I
won't tell him anything.
Tell me what, good citizens?
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
Stop pestering me, stranger.
Want to go?
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
If you don't like it, just turn around and leave.
So I think that's a really good idea.
What happened here, Constable?
Nothing.
Oh, swell. You can let me pass then?
No. You'll have to go another way.
So we're gonna save at the hotel, and next time we're gonna bring this booze.
Fog's thick tonight. Damp enough to put out a fella's smokes.
I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. He worked in the First National. I'm a friend of the family.
I ain't heard of no Burnham lad.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, gonna save. Next time we're gonna give booze to old Zobek. Well, see you guys next time. Hi, thanks for watching. This has been played and recorded by me, Merrick D'Amato. The art was by Rafael Agrona. You can find a link to their commission page in the description below. And if you like this video and want to see more like it, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you all next time. Ciao!